As a beginner in the financial markets, it's so important that you not get lost in all the informations like the brokers, indicators, or any other complicated settings. In the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you the simplest and best trading software for beginners so that you can focus on the most important things. Getting to know the financial markets without any unnecessary distractions. The name of the software is TradingView. Maybe you have already heard about it, but today I will show you all the settings you have to know. What can you do? At first, you can create your own account here on the right side, and then you can choose one of the plans or you use it for free. But I could recommend that you take one of these plans. I'm using Premium. Why? Because this offers you so many possibilities, so many settings. You can choose different chart types and so on, but I will show you later what you can use. But at first it's important just to understand the software, okay? Down below in the description you find the link where you can create your account and get a little discount if you choose one of these plans. But what is more important? It's more important to see the charts. Let's dive into the charts. Today we go through all the important sections. We start in the middle, with the heart of TradingView, that's the chart. Then we go to the left, to the top, to the right, and to the bottom section. And here in this bottom section, I will show you how you can set your first trades, okay? But let's start in the middle with the chart. And what do you see here? It's a candlestick chart. Probably you already heard about a candlestick chart. If you want to dive deeper in a candlestick chart, please leave me a comment down below. What are your wishes? What do you want to know so that I can record a separate video on this? Today I want to focus on the software so that you understand everything, okay? Let's go back to the chart type. You can choose different chart types here in TradingView, and this is here in the top section. This one here, you see, it's the candle chart, and you can choose, for example, a bar chart. That's how a bar chart looks. You can choose a line chart. You can choose a Renko chart. And at this point, when you're a beginner, often the problem is that you don't know which direction is the market heading to. So, and in a Renko chart, you see easily where we are right now, and so that you see, okay, we are in an uptrend, okay? But let's go back to the candlestick chart. That's what I think 98% of all traders are using. What is the advantage of a candlestick chart? You get a quick and deep overview over the market direction, what happened in the past. For example, so we go deeper in the markets, but at first, so that you understand the middle, okay, the center here. Here you see the market, that's the Apple stock, and you see here where we came from. This is the year 23. We can go more back, and then you see here it's 21, 22, and so on. That's very nice, but let's go to the next option we can choose here in TradingView. You can choose different time frames. So what is one candle showing you? A candle shows you the direction of the market in the choose time frame. Now we choose the day time frame. That means this candle is creating over one day. This one day, this one day, one day, one day, one day. But we can go deeper. So for example, we choose the 1 hour. And now you see what happened. The market or the chart changed, and now we see one day in more candles because every candle now is 1 hour. That helps us to get a deeper look into the market. So the question is, what do you want to trade? Do you want to trade long term? Do you want to trade short term? That means that you want to trade every day. Then it makes sense that you go deeper in time so that you have, for example, the 5-minute time frame, and then you have every 5 minutes a new candle, and you see how or where the market is heading to, and to see, okay, where could it go next, that you can choose these informations to take your trades, okay? If you like this video, I would be so happy if you leave me a like to support my channel. Thank you so much. What else do we have in the top section? We also have the indicators I already mentioned before. And now we come to a very interesting and important part of this video. You see, we can use this software without an account, but after a time, they want you to log in or to create an account. So let's have a break for 1 second. I log in into the software and then I show you how it looks when you logged in, okay? Welcome back. Now you see, things have changed. Yeah, the top section looks completely different. These are my favorite settings. For example, you saw before we logged in that we only had the 1 day, the D. So now I have here 1 minute, 5, 15, 1 hour, 4 hours, day, week, and month. So, and that is what you can set as a bookmark for yourself. And you see when I open this again, you see this or these stars, and these are my favorites. You can do it for yourself. For example, I could add the 3 minutes and then you see here I have the 3 minutes. I don't use it. I only use these time frames for my charts. What also has changed? These are my favorites for things I paint into the chart, but we come back to this later, okay? In this video, I only want to go deeper in the necessary steps, in the necessary settings. So today I don't want to talk about the replay function. I can record an extra video for that if you like, okay? But let's go to the right top corner. Here we have a layout setup, and here we come to a point where it's important which plan you have. For example, you can't use layouts like this one when you don't have a paid plan because yeah, they only allow, I think it's 1 or 2 charts on one screen. Okay. And also what I want to mention is this kind of advanced chart types. For example, the volume footprint, it's not available in the free plan. Okay. What do you see here? You see the volume of the candidates. Yeah, you see the activity of all the market participants. But that's not what we want to talk about today. Let's go back to the candidates and then let's go to the right section here. And that's now when it gets interesting. You have your favorite list of markets. Okay, let's go back to the question, Marcus, how can I choose the markets? So that's important. You don't want to trade Apple, for example. So you want to go deeper in Tesla. You want to go deeper in the S&P 500 or any Forex markets. So where can you choose a market? That's here in the top left corner, and here you can choose, for example, you don't need to know the symbol name like AAPL or TSLA is for Tesla. Yeah, here I can use or choose Tesla, but what I also can do is that I type Tesla. Yeah, I can type, for example, Bitcoin. Yeah, and then you see different Bitcoin markets. So that's important that you take a look at it, that you see, okay, which Bitcoin do I want to see? For example, Bitcoin future or Bitcoin US dollar. I think that's the one you want to see. And then you see the Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame. Let's go in the 1 day time frame, and here you see where Bitcoin is right now. Okay, that's interesting. It's nice to know that you can choose your markets here, but what if you want to analyze different markets in a shorter time? So, for example, I want to analyze my Forex list, the Forex market I like, Euro GBP, for example. So then I type Euro GBP. Then I see all the brokers, they offer the Euro GBP market here, for example, Rwanda. Nice. Okay, now I want to see US dollar JPY. What can I do? And now let's go to the right side. Here you already see, I think that I have my list here. Right now I only have 2 lists. You can create your own list. I had many lists, but I deleted all these. I only need my Forex and the stock lists. And then what I told you, you can create a new list. You can add sections. Sections are these ones here. I have my Forex, my indices, my metals, and then I add the markets. So you can see I can switch between all these markets very quickly, very fast. And what else do you see right now? You see an indicator. So I already told you, and I don't want to go too deep in all the settings, but I think it's interesting what the indicators mean. So here you can choose, from, I think, 100,000 of different indicators. And yeah, I don't like to use too many indicators because, okay, indicator is, everybody can add an indicator and say, oh, this is the best one, that's the holy grail. No, I don't believe in it. I only use just regular one, standard one, like the SMA, the standard moving average. And this shows you some interesting thing, but I don't want to go too deep in this video. So now we have our markets here, and what else do we have? On the right side, we also have the option for the alerts. Alerts are interesting if you have more than one chart on your watch list where you are waiting for a trading opportunity. For example, I see Euro, US dollar comes to a level in the market where I say, okay, when the market drops below this price, then I want to get an alert. At this point, I want to recommend the TradingView app for your smartphone. This one is crazy. This one is so nice. Yeah, you can do all the things you do right here on the computer, you can do in the app as well. Okay, yeah, I add an alert, and on the right side I can see all the alerts I have active, or I stopped them, or they got reached, or what else. Then you have the object tree. Here you see everything that you use right now. For example, you see the market that's open, what time frame, what broker it is. Then you see all your indicators. You see all my are disabled because I don't use it. I like to have some indicators to try different things. But here, for example, you see the SMA, and I can enable or disable the one. But I don't use this one right here. I always have only this one open, or I close it when I want to have a bigger view on the market. Yeah, all what I do for the indicators is on here on the right, on the left side. Here I can enable or disable these indicators, okay? But that's not the point for today. On the right side, you also have ideas. You can write down ideas you have for the future so that you always can open if you need it. These are for the communities, for example, chats, trade ideas from the community. I don't use it. You can go through if you want, okay? Let's go from the right to the left. Yeah, you see here in the market all these lines. Yeah. And what is this? These are drawings. You can add drawings to your chart to make your own analyzers so that you can mark out whatever you want. So let's go into it. So here on the left side, you have these selected items, but you can click with the right mouse and then you see other drawings you can take. For example, horizontal array. I can put this one here, or I choose another one. Vertical line, I put this here. But now, that's very interesting, you can choose favorites as well. Like the time frames, you can choose here the drawings you want to take more often. So, and here you see this, these are my favorites. When you choose it, I can choose this, I can choose this. Then you have some settings you can take, or you can make. For example, I can choose the color, I can choose the thickness, and so on. I can go deeper in the settings, or I can select, or I can delete it again, okay? I recommend to choose as a favorite all the things you use more often, but in the beginning it's not important, okay? In the beginning it's important that you focus on what you see in the market. So that means I don't want to see all these drawings, okay? Because you want to see, and also I don't want to see this indicator, yeah? That doesn't help you in the beginning. What helps you is to see the markets in their real beauty. I hope that's good English for that explanation, but I think you know what I mean. So, and I repeat, if you want me to go deeper in any of these options, settings, possibilities, please leave a comment down below and I will record a separate video for you. So, the last important, but I think most interesting part is the bottom section for your own trading. Here you can choose one of these brokers here, or, and that's the most important thing for you right now, to go to paper trading. You don't want to risk your own money when you start with trading. You want to train, right? And for that, you can open your paper trading account. That's very easy. I think you saw what I did. I just clicked the button, paper trading. Yes, I want to continue. And now I have my paper trading account right here. You see my balance is $98,000. So you can open different new accounts with different account balance and so on. But now, what's interesting, what's important? How can you set your first trades? You have different possibilities how you can open or close a trade. For example, you can trade in the chart. That means I think you see my mouse and you see the crosshair. On the right side, you can choose an order type. For example, I go down below the current price, and then I can say when the market comes down again, I want to buy at this exact price. Okay, so what happens right now? Nothing. Until the price comes down to my price where I want to enter the market, and then I'm in. Okay, before, nothing happens. So this is the first option I can do. And another one is to push this button here, trade. Then you see my trading panel opens. And here I also have the option to set an order at a specific price. Yeah, so that I say, I don't want to go in the market here, I want to go in the market here or here. You see, it changes, and then I can push the button and then I have the order in the market. Or what I can do, I can choose market, and then as soon as I press the button, I'm in the market. Like this. Boop. Right now I'm in the market, and you see here's my open position. Right now unrealized profit and loss is minus 12 cents. Okay, and then how can I close my trade? I can press this one here to close the position, or I can close the position from here. That's what I do right now. And now you see my position is closed, and that's it. In the beginning, it's very important that you don't get overwhelmed from all the possibilities, from all the chances, from all the settings you can choose. Yeah, when you go in the gym the first time, you don't choose the highest weights, right? You start with the lowest weights, and that's the same in trading. Yeah, start with the easiest things, with the first steps, and then go deeper step by step. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.